Hey, it's Ben. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to ask the question, why do we need an anchor?
And I brought you all my dreams 'cause I love you.
The idea of an anchor is very simple. It's something that will hold us in place when the storm comes. James 1 talks about encountering trials and temptations and how we need to be asking God for what we need in those times. Well, verse 6 stands out. It says, "Let him ask in faith without any doubting, for the one who doubts is like the surf of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. Let not that man expect that he will receive anything from the Lord, being a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways." It gives the analogy of a ship being tossed around by the wind and waves, not having an anchor, not having a single mind, something that will really hold us in place when those storms of life come. Now, if you've lived any amount of time in this world, you'll know that it's not if the storm comes, it's when they come. We've all been in physical storms, emotional storms, even spiritual storms. Then the question I want to ask you, do you have an anchor, something to hold you in place when that storm comes? I know in my life, my anchor is Jesus Christ and the Word of God. I'd like to share with you two stories where those storms did come. The first one happened when I was living in a foreign country. See, the laws in foreign countries are very different when it comes to simple things like car accidents. See, what happened is I was in what we would consider to be a very open and shut case in the United States, but I got wrapped up and it got taken into criminal court. And God started showing up in a very interesting way. See, what happened was other pastors and other Christian leaders that I respected and looked up to came around me, prayed with me, encouraged me, and even supported us financially in the whole thing. And what was the end? Actually, I lost the case. Got condemned to 1 month in prison, lost my ability to drive, and had to pay the full financial demand. But God had put those people around me to encourage me, to build me up in that time. If those people hadn't have been around, that would have been devastating to me. But because God had put those right people around me, that army of faithful believers around me, they were able to hold my arms up in that time when that serious storm of life came. Fast forward a few years down the line. At this time, we're in full-time Christian service, completely relying on donations of churches and individuals. January of that year, one of the churches just stopped communicating with us, stopped supporting us. We didn't know what happened. And then in May, for various reasons, the other church that supported us had to stop supporting us financially. And financially, it was devastating. But because Jesus was my anchor, because he was the person who was holding me in place in the midst of this financial storm, I was able to hear his still small voice say, "Those churches aren't the ones supporting you. Those churches aren't the ones meeting your needs. I'm the one who's supporting you. I'm the one that you need to lean on in this time." And you know what? Random checks arrived from people that we didn't even know. Other people that were supporting us started to give even more. And eventually we started receiving financial support from numerous other churches. Now, I share these stories with you to encourage you in that Jesus is a good anchor. He's a good support. If you know him today, look to him when you're in those storms. And if you don't, I would encourage you to get to know him. Find a Bible, start reading in the book of John, find a good Bible-believing church in your area and attend. Or reach out to a friend who you know knows Jesus and ask them about their experience, their faith, their having him as their anchor. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, check me out on other social media platforms. If you were in any way encouraged by this video, please leave a comment and let me know that, and share it with anyone you think could benefit from hearing it. Thanks, and have a wonderful day.